Recording in progress.
Okay, good evening. I call the Wednesday, October 5th, 2022 Bremerton City Council meeting to order. The City Council is conducting its last meeting exclusively via Zoom webinar. For tonight, all council members and staff will be participating remotely. And because we encourage community involvement, we all attendees who have joined us tonight through any one of the options available. Council members Jeff Coughlin and Anna Mockler will not be joining us tonight. We are now ready to get started. First up is the mayor's report. Mayor Wheeler.
All right, good evening, Council President and councilors. So good to see you. Have some slides here I would like to share. Here we go. So big effort, big regional effort underway to support the city of Bremerton and standing up a temporary fast ferry service. So this is just some updates. You've probably been I know you've been tracking this on the city of Bremerton's Facebook site. The at the bottom here are latest letters of support: Bremerton Trades Council, Kitsap Economic Development Alliance, Port of Bremerton have all signed on to my letter on behalf of the city of Bremerton to the governor to seek financial support to backfill our ferries with our Washington State ferry system with fast ferries. Up on the upper right, I don't know if you had a chance to look at this yet, but we have the capacity to increase what we do with Kitsap Transit fast ferries by 7 round trips daily, Monday through Friday. And of course, adding 7 more on the weekend. So you'll see that. And yeah, it's more letters on the way. International Federation of Technical and Professional Engineers, Local 12, is drafting a letter right now. And the Bremerton Chamber of Commerce is finishing up their outreach to all of their members for support. And they'll be drafting a letter also. So that's just a brief update. We expect an answer really soon from the governor's office, and we can stand this up in about 2 weeks. So once we have the go ahead and the funds. Next slide, please. Joint Compatibility Transportation Plan. Many who, certainly you, council, but many who watch BKAT frequently have seen me, bring this out and market this opportunity to provide public input. Very important. We're reaching out October 11th. We want to hear from community members about, and then we want to propose first some of the findings that we've come up with our analysis and make a presentation and then solicit some feedback on that. So yeah, that's coming. We're getting closer to having this completed. So again, if you can, in your circles, push for participation, it makes it a better study and a better outcome. Right. Next slide, please. And for folks who are maybe don't come downtown a lot and or have been busy on travel over the summer, we've quietly become a destination for cruise lines and for the American Constellation cruise ships. And so, yeah, it's been happening on a regular basis. And the next trip is expected soon. And 2023 is shaping up very well for Bremerton and for downtown Bremerton as continuing to be a regular destination for the American Constellation Cruise Line. So I thought I'd share that with everybody. It's great when when others begin to recognize all the opportunities and the things to do here in our city, and it's in our beautiful city. So that's it for this evening, Council. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Up next is the consent agenda.
Thank you, President Goodnow. For approval on the consent agenda are the following items. A, claims and check register. 1, check numbers 399927 through 400110, and electronic fund transfers V36006 through V36082, in the grand total amount of $2,623,571.60. 2, regular payroll payouts for pay period ending September 15th, 2022, in the amount of $2,212.23. 3, retiree payroll for pay period ending September 30th, 2022, in the amount of $45,691.85. B, minutes of meeting September 21st, 2022. C, minutes of study session September 28th, 2022. D, purchase of 2023 vehicles and equipment. E, goods and services agreement with Cummings, Inc. for provision of generators for Anderson Creek Wellfield Pump Station 2, Well 6R and Well 8. And F, confirm reappointment of Joan Hanton to the Bremerton Housing Authority Board. This concludes the reading of the consent agenda.
Thank you. Does any member of the public wish to comment on any one of these items? If you'd like to comment on anything else, we'll have a period immediately following this. But if you'd like to comment on one of these consent agenda items, we will now go. Okay, I'm going to call on Tim S. from Bremerton Housing Authority.
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yes. Just putting in my word of confidence on Joan Hanton. So I'm on the leadership team at Bremerton Housing Authority. Joan Hanton actually just was with me in Spokane at Housing Washington and received an award for a Friends of Housing for the state of Washington. And we love Joan, and we would love it if the council would support another term. It is in our bylaws that she is able to serve a second term, and we heartily recommend it. So those are my comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else for public comment on these items? Okay, seeing none, we will go to the council for a motion. Councilmember Dennehy.
Thank you, President Goodnow. Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
And Vice President Chamberlain.
Second. Thank you.
And with that, we will call for the question.
Councilmember Chamberlain,
Yes.
Fry,
Yes.
Dennehy,
Yes.
Younger,
Yes.
Goodnow.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Next on the agenda is public recognition.
As noted, public recognition provides an opportunity for attendees to address the council on any city-related item that is not already listed on tonight's agenda. Please raise your hand to be recognized. We ask only that you state your name for use in the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. The city clerk will keep a timer so that everyone is treated fairly. With that, I open public recognition and call on Gregory.
Hi, good evening. Did you get my email?
Yes.
Okay, great. Did everyone else get my email?
I
I
believe
just
so.
need a confirmation, or else I might need to read the email. Oh, okay, good. Thumbs up. So over the summer, I decided to apply for the Kitsap LTAC. And one of the commissioners kept on asking me, hey, you know, you want to partner with Visit Kitsap? I was like, no. And then finally I shared with him, like, this is the reason why, quit asking me. So it was about poaching my images. So I get to the Q&A session that they had for the bid conference, where all the LTAC applicants can ask questions, and that commissioner still wanted me to partner up with Visit Kitsap. And so I asked openly, I'm like, hey, this is what I've been experiencing with Visit Kitsap. Do I have to, partner with them if I'm going to apply? Or else I just won't apply. So anyways, fast forward a month later, a friend of mine introduced me to David Emmons, who's in charge of the Greater Kitsap Chamber, which is it's basically Bremerton Chamber, but he immediately thanked me for what I shared during that bid conference. And he exclaimed to me and the person that introduced us, because this is the first time I ever met him, he said, it's happened to all of us. And that felt reassuring, because I kind of had thought that this was just between me and Visit Kitsap. And then later that week, or sometime that week, the Kitsap Sun informed the city of Paulsville, said, yeah, Visit Kitsap's done that to us too. It felt really nice to know that I wasn't the only person that was experiencing this, because I kind of kept it on the wraps, because I don't know, nobody likes negative stuff like that. So I don't really share it with anyone. Plus, it's not my image. I like to be positive, informative. Michael Goodnow knows that, because he's had me share a lot of things for Kitsap Pride, other things. So anyways, when I approached the city, I thought, oh, I'm a Bremerton business. They're Bremerton, we're Bremerton. We're on the same side. But when the four, who I won't name your names because you're all people, decided to ignore my concern and just kind of go gung-ho with the whole LTAC thing, I was like, what in the world? I know there's a term for that, and I'm pretty sure I can't say that online, but I just thought that was the rudest thing. And maybe you guys could remedy it and follow my suggestions, and you can take that whole option of, what is it called? Risk transfer, where basically you say, oh, we just signed the contract, it's between you and the other business, not a problem. You can certainly take that route. And because of my positivity online, no one will know the wiser, because I usually don't crab about stuff like that. But I think that's a bad precedent to start with, by turning your back on a small business. I know of 2 small businesses who have left Bremerton, and I probably wouldn't do that because that would be impractical, but there's a certain flow outward I've noticed, and I keep tabs on everything. Also, just add into the mix, I had a fantastic conversation a couple of days ago with a brand new executive director of a Bainbridge Island organization downtown, and she brought up Visit Kitsap, and she knew exactly everything that had happened. And I was shocked. Normally, I don't like bring up that kind of stuff. So basically, this is a problem that you guys can solve. It's kind of like an underhand ball. So it should be easy for you to solve this.
All right. Well, thank you for your comments. I let you go a little over your time to try to get your point out. We fairly recently received your comments, so we are taking them very seriously. We're looking into what can be done, and what's been done historically in the past and things like that. I can speak a little bit of knowledge on lodging tax, that there's requirements that organizations that receive lodging tax serve on the committee. The other thing I would say is that council members would never vote if there's a conflict of interest on something. But anyways, Thanks for your comments. And like I said, it started a discussion, and different departments and whatnot are looking into that. So I appreciate it. Anyone else for public comment this evening? Okay. With that, I will close public comment. And there is no general business items this evening, so we will move to council reports. Since this is the first council meeting of the month, we will start with District 1, Council Vice President Jennifer Chamberlain.
Thank you. I have no report this evening.
All right, District 2, Council Member Denise Fry.
I just want to take the opportunity to thank Mayor Wheeler for his efforts on behalf of our community with our transportation problems with the ferry. And I think it has reached a point that it hasn't reached before with organization, grassroots, a lot of grassroots support. And I do think it's sad that our state representatives have to call upon a local jurisdiction to solve a problem that is a state agency problem. So I commend you for navigating that, hopefully with less frustration than I would have. And I applaud the partnerships that are going on. Just wanted to say that. LTAC is busy in this go round, and we've received 14 applications, and for the next 3 Fridays, we're going to be going over them. So looking forward to that great committee, as you all know. So, and wanted to say hurrah for Joan Hanton as well. Have known and worked with her for years. So thank you, Joan, for your service, not only in this capacity, but for everything else that you do. So thank you.
Okay, next is District 4, Council Member Quinn Dennehy.
No council report for me tonight. Thank you.
District 7, Council Member Eric Younger.
No reports, thank you.
Okay. I don't know if I have anything to report. All right. Next week, council members will be meeting in person in the first time since March of 2020 for the study session on Wednesday, October 12th, beginning at 5 p.m. in the first floor meeting chambers of the Norm Dix Governance Center. It's been over 2.5 years since City Council has met together for an in-person meeting, and only Council Member Eric Younger and myself were there at that time before the pandemic. So that means a total of 5 current council members have not ever participated in a council meeting or study session in person since joining the council. Also, it's important to highlight again that the location for the study session will be the first floor chambers rather than upstairs in the council's conference room. Even though the new location will allow more room for everyone to spread out, it's not without unique challenges. We've only held study sessions in the chambers a few various times throughout the years, so it takes special planning and there are many details to consider. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge all of the city and the BKAT staff members who have been involved behind the scenes and thank them for their efforts to make these meetings happen. Also wish to thank members of the community for their patience as we continue to get through this together. As always, please remember that meeting minutes and audio recordings of all meetings will continue to be available and posted on the city's website. Thank you. This concludes tonight's regular council business. This meeting is adjourned.
Night, everyone.
Thank you for coming, everyone.